Welcome back to Chris Callan's channel. Here are your player ratings in that 2-0 defeat against Fulham at Craven Cottage. I'm Harry Scarfe and I'll be running you through today's video. Make sure you like and subscribe to Chris Callan's channel. Let's crack straight into it though. Player ratings, starting with Vicario. I think had a lot to do in this game. In really quiet first half in particular. There's a couple of moments where maybe gets his hands on to a cross, punched it away where he could have caught it. But generally, he's a safe pair of hands, not really involved, not much to say. I'll give him a 6 on the generous side. Jed Spence, not his finest game in terms of he was definitely, without a doubt, at fault for that second goal. He just completely loses Ryan Sessegnon, his man. I put that more on him than Davies, but I do love Spence, and he's been our best defender this season. But not his day. 4 out of 10. Romero, class. That classiness and calmness has been restored to the back line. People will be saying, hang on, Harry, we conceded 2 goals against Fulham, but Romero wasn't on the pitch for either of them, and that speaks volumes. He's been really good since coming back. A little bit rusty to start with, but he's just absolutely class. Really love him. So I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. He's just so different when he's in the team. He's just, doesn't get he won't get the credit he deserves from fans, but he deserves a 7. Ben Davies, I've given a 5. Solid, reliable, didn't really put a foot wrong. But he's out-muscled by Sessegnon, which is disappointing. Sessegnon is quite a skinny player. And Davies is on his own. I don't put that on him, but he could do a little bit better maybe. And there's one moment that Davies nearly gives Fulham in that first half, but generally he's quite a solid and dependable player. I think it was a milestone appearance for him in this one as well. So credit to Davies. Doggy, all 4 in that first half, and I was really questioning across social media, what does he offer? He's been exposed defensively, he's poor on the ball, he's offering nothing going forward. But in that second half, he's better. He's more defensively disciplined, so credit to him. And that second half, how it went for the team doesn't reflect his individual performance in the second half. So I'm going to give him a 5 for that reason. I was impressed with that backbone. Benton Core disappointed, probably lucky to stay on the pitch the length of time he did. Senior players need to start looking at themselves, and some of them aren't fit to wear the shirt at the moment. Some of them aren't consistent enough, and he's got to be included in this conversation. Though I think his ceiling's very high, he needs to do better. Gray, finally saw him in midfield. I thought he'd done okay. I thought he'd done well. And that number 6 role, that holding midfielder, I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Safe pair of hands, nice. Got to be a bit more ambitious at times, I think, with those passes, but that will come over time in playing in that position. I said before, I think him playing in defence will massively have helped him, given that confidence and experience. Basuma pulled at half-time. Ange was clear after the game. He's not happy with Basuma without blatantly, obviously, saying it. Basuma, really poor. A player that I don't think we're seeing again, or certainly not a lot in a Spurs shirt from now, at least until the end of the season. He's a player that I'd move on in the summer, and it's a shame he's not really got the player that we bought from Brighton. Hasn't been consistent enough. He's been consistently poor though, so disappointed from him. It just doesn't offer enough, and he's off it too often. Tell, I think, was his. Basuma given a 2, by the way. Tell, I think that was. He's one of his better, if not best, games so far in a Spurs shirt. A real credit to him after the game, where fans were booing Postecoglou and the players. He asked for unity, asked fans to come together. And 19 years of old, 19 years of age, and only been here a month, and he recognises that's the right thing to do. I just wish other players, senior players who always go missing after defeats, would lead like he does, lead by example. So credit to him for that. 6 out of 10. Had quite a nice game. It's important to remember he's just 19. Solanke, quiet game for him, not a lot of service, but he did get that a little bit of service in the second half, a couple of big chances. He's got to be putting at least 1 away. He should find himself on the score sheet. 1, it comes in quite quickly, but the other he's got to do so much better at. Madison's reaction tells you all you need to know. So, not his finest afternoon, but we've been spoiled, haven't we, with Harry Kane. So I'll give Solanke a 4 out of 10. Brendan Johnson, poor, been disappointed with him recently, and one of his biggest general praises, and he's been excellent kind of stats this year, but really poor at the moment in recent games, including this one. No defensive output, offers nothing going forward, little movement, creativity, energy, doesn't help his teammates. I think he's a lazy player. 2 out of 10. Substitutes Bergevall, I never have a bad word to say about him, and that remains the same in this game. Drop a shoulder. Could have had a penalty, maybe, yet to see it back. I did think it was in normal time, but I know a lot of non-Spurs fans said that we were unlucky not to get it, so I'll give him a 6. We could probably give him a lot higher. Son Kamad looked promising, but wasn't on for long enough to really judge and didn't get the ball enough. 5. Madison, come on, and was just poor, sloppy on the ball. It lost it every time. 3. Audebert at fault for that first goal, but I think that's an Ange system and an Ange problem. I think he plays it short and be told to do that rather than just get rid of his lines. So that's a lot of it is on the manager for me. Audebert, I give a 2. Dave Scullett, non-applicable, was not long enough. And Postecoglou, I'm going to give a big fat 0 out of 10 because I think he got his lineup wrong. His in-game management was poor. And listen, I'm one of those fans that I'll give Postecoglou credit when he gets his in-game management right, but I'm also going to criticise when he doesn't get it right because that's what he's paid for, and he didn't get it right in this game. Disappointing, and it is another defeat for Spurs. 19th in all competitions, 15th in the league. We've lost 50% of all our Premier League games. It's really, really poor now. Thank you very much, guys, for listening. Reminder, this is available across all major podcast platforms. Thank you to Chris Callum for this opportunity. I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to hear more from me, you can across my own personal socials because I have my own YouTube channel and podcast, Scarfe Spurs Talk, but I also am a football content creator, YouTuber and podcast on my own socials. At HarryScarf22 is my own personal tag on the likes of X, Twitter, as I like to call it still. Always Twitter, isn't it? TikTok, Instagram as well. So, yeah, if you can check me out, I'd massively appreciate it. But I'm a regular here at Spurs Chat Podcast, Chris Callum's channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to his channel and check him out and support his amazing continued work. It's an honour to talk to you again, once again, as part of being a regular on the channel. It's a tough defeat. We've got 18 days of no pain because Spurs don't play in that period. International break. Might suffer the pain from England, though. But it's another defeat for Spurs, 2-0 against Fulham at the Cottage.